Hi Dee Dee and Ray Anthony. I'm here at 414 Brutus Court in Walnut Creek. This is in Brancroft Village, which is a nice community, nice and quiet. And this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,537 square foot property, built in 1986. It's been on the market for only 3 days, listed at $760,000. So it is a townhome. As you can see, here's the some of the amenities that you're really close to: tennis courts, and there's a pool. You do share walls to your left and right with 2 other units, so one there and then one to the right. So one thing to note is that this does have an enclosed garage, and it does have the laundry in the garage, but you would have to exit through this door and then enter the front door. So it's covered, so not a huge deal, but you do not have access directly into the house from the garage. Overall, this is a well-maintained property, and there has been some upgrades that have been recent, so you'll see that as we go through the property. Okay, so immediately here you have a dining area and a bar here to the kitchen countertop. So this looks like it has been, the countertops have been redone, but I may have mentioned to this in another video, but just the cabinets have been refinished and painted white. Again, makes everything look nice and fresh and new without having to replace it. So walking right into here, they've set this up as a dining room. So you do have the eating area over there, somewhat of a breakfast nook, but then you also have this dining room with the chandelier. So flows right into the living room. Again, based on the square footage, a little over 1,500 square feet. This is not going to have a formal living and dining room, but it's got high ceilings, so it feels, again, a lot larger. And I think Monarch was another property that had these high ceilings, but ultimately this is going to feel a lot larger because you have such high vaulted ceilings. So there should be some good light depending on the time of the day, because you've got skylights here. It is kind of a bummer that this fireplace is right in the middle. You know, if it wasn't there, it would feel even much more open. Because there's an HOA here, it's pretty much unlikely you can do anything about this. But again, just not ideal to have this because it does, take away from the openness of the overall floor plan. And then you have a nice atrium here, so not that functional. You could put, maybe some additional plants. They've got a rose bush / tree here. It does have water, but it's not going to get that much sunlight. So surprised to see some of these roses blooming, but it is kind of nice to have this atrium here in the middle. And then you have a wet bar. So it's a nice touch with the sink and everything. Okay, and so we'll go to this first bedroom, which is the master bedroom. Good sized master bedroom, more high ceilings in here, then you have access to the patio. I'll go out there in a bit, but it's low maintenance, just concrete, so you won't really have to worry about having to care for it outside of maybe occasional leave pickup, and you could hire someone to just come maybe like every other month or so, but low maintenance. So good size master bedroom, and then here we are in the master bathroom. You can tell anytime you see gold, it's usually a sign of the 90s. In this case, it's late 80s, but that looks to be original. But it's a good sized, that door's not sliding. So, something that you'd need to fix and replace. But the vanity tops have been replaced. So you got double vanity, and then For Dee Dee, you have your big walk-in closet here. And then the toilet also has kind of view of the atrium right here, as you can see. So, you know, you just put those blinds down for privacy. Okay, so that's the master bedroom. Moving along, we'll go back to the front of the house where the other two bedrooms are. So the master bedroom, that was number one. Here's number two. Not a, you know, huge room here, but the mirror makes it look a little bit bigger than it is. This is a little bit interesting, but you can see it's got the skylight in the room, so it's very narrow and tall, but nonetheless it'll give you some light, and I think they did that because the only other window is in the atrium, which is kind of dark, so they made a connection here to the roof for natural light. And then finally, the third bedroom is right here in front. It's a little dark, not too much light's gonna come in here, which is why there is that you know, ceiling light here, but this room is you know, probably about the same size as the room we just walked out of, but this is the third bedroom. And then it also has access to the second full bathroom. So they've kept it consistent in terms of all the countertops, and the kitchen and the bathrooms have the same gray. And then you have the shower here. Okay. If you really wanted to, so this room here in front, you know, sometimes it's not ideal to have a room right next to the front door, but you could put a wall here, a door, and you can kind of make this into a master suite. The HOA should allow for that. So, you know, here's the bedroom, and it would be connected to this second bathroom for your son. Okay, so lastly, we'll go outside. Check out the, I already kind of talked about it in terms of being low maintenance because it is just concrete, but as you can see here, not a terribly large. Most condos, townhomes are not going to have the largest lot sizes or outdoor areas. Sometimes you can find one that does, but most of them are about this size. So, you know, it's good enough and big enough to, you know, have a grill, and you can put a table out here and eat outside, and it's pretty quiet out here. You are close to your neighbors, which is going to be the case with any townhome. So there is somewhat of a privacy, you know, or lack of privacy, but back here it does feel tucked away. Okay, so that's it. You know, again, I wanted to, yesterday I only had time to take those 3 videos. This one, I wanted to make sure because it's the first one on your list in terms of the lowest price. So hopefully you find this helpful. Let me know what you think. And what I didn't mention in the email is Dee Dee. If after any of these videos you like something, I can of course have you come see it in person. Okay, thank you.